I'm Tom.
And I'm Molly.
Welcome to Friends at Gameology, hosted by MoonlightCrew.com.
Reviews for science.
In 7 minutes or less.
Mod X, a game of strategy. I don't know why I said game. Game of strategy. That's what it says in the box. It is an abstract game of a little bit more complicated tic-tac-toe. So you're trying to get 5 in a row, 5 in a plus, or 5 in an X. And then you score those points by putting these on the board. Put them on the board after you've covered up, right? So Tom just did it. So we cover them up. I just do 5 in a row. Tom would do his. Whoever gets to a certain amount of points wins the game.
It's per player.
Per player count. So for 4 players, 10. For 2 players, 15. And for 3 players in between there.
Yeah.
So let's just jump in. Simplicity versus complexity.
This is a very simple game. There's only 3 patterns that you can make, and I mean, you just show the people right when you're about to start, and then they know. So it's not too difficult. The thing is that these clear X's are wilds, jokers. They count for everybody. They just don't score. Whenever I would make a pattern with it, I would, instead of putting a score tile down, I would just pick it up and move it somewhere else, and I just wouldn't be able to complete any other pattern with it unless I'm completing its own pattern. If I have an X or a plus or all 5 of the clear ones in a row, then it's tough to see a clear on white, but it's there. I would automatically win. But yeah, very simple game.
Yeah, I would agree. It's pretty simple. Seeing a pattern sometimes is difficult. The more you get on there, the more difficult it can be. But it's a simple game. Luck versus strategy.
As an abstract, without any like card shuffling or dice rolling or anything, this is very low on luck. I mean, it's non-existent. I guess basically who's the oldest, because whoever's the oldest puts out these first, these clear ones, and then the person to that person's left goes first. But other than that, everything is strategy, and there's a lot of it. Because what are you going to do? Are you going to try to block? Are you going to try to just get your points? Eventually, if somebody looks like another placement's gonna seal the victory for them, you've got to stop them, or you're just gonna have to trust someone else to do it. And you put their back to a corner. A lot of strategy. Are you going to try to get multiple placements with just one? Like where if you can get, for instance, if I have this placement right here, if I place this X, I've just got 5 in a row, and if I can get it to work there, I've got 5 in a row and an X, so I can put all those out and score them at the same time.
You can use these multiple times.
Yeah, and then you can cover up somebody else's score whenever you go there. So if I'd scored all the way across, Molly would have 1 less point than she had. So I mean, there's just a lot of strategy going on. Do you try to pursue the clear X strategy of the checkmate that I've never gotten that? But anyway, lots of strategy in this game.
Yeah, I think this game is strategy. I think that
strategic.
It is the epitome of strategy.
The epitome of strategy.
It is strategy.
It is strategy. It's also strategic.
Did I interrupt you?
No, I'm just...
Did I interrupt you?
Twice.
Maybe I did. But I think it's strategic. Oh, my thing just fell down. One of the things when you're replacing these, I think it's that you need to make sure you're not putting it in a spot that someone else can just easily sweep and win the game. But you can also, I find it putting it over my own colors is useful. Might not be the best strategy, but then they can't be covered up. Even if someone uses that in their pattern, mine doesn't get covered up, so I get to keep mine. I think there's a lot of good strategy in this game. That's all I have to say about that. So fun versus boring. I think this game is fun. I've enjoyed it every single time I've played. I have not played with people who take way too long. So if people take way too long, this is not for me, right? If you are a chess player and you don't like speed chess and you like to think about it and make the best move, then it's going to be a longer game and not as enjoyable to me. But if you like that, that's great, because that's what this game will provide for you. But I've enjoyed the sneak wins that happened the other night where someone just like, haha, you saw one but not the other. Oh, I did want to mention in luck versus strategy, but I'll mention it here, obviously, that one of the things I don't care for in this game is that, oh, well, they need to be blocked or else they're going to win, but I'm going to wait until the last person, so it kind of forces the last person, like Tom said, to do it. And that's how someone won last night, because there were actually 2 places they needed to be blocked, and she was like, haha, and she won. But that is a strategy because you generally rotate, so it's not one person always having to block, so it generally works fine. But I find this game to be pretty entertaining.
I really like this game. It's very fun. I was actually hesitant at first about playing and reviewing this game, so I thought, looks kind of boring. But it is the opposite of boring. This game is very fun. There's just so much tension in it,
Yeah.
and there's so many avenues to try to win, to try to block, to try to whatever strategy you're going to use. I have enjoyed myself every time I played. I definitely see myself playing this more. When we get games for free, when people send us games, we donate them to our charity convention, and it breaks my heart to have to donate this one. And I'm kind of like trying to justify it to myself, like maybe we could keep it in the library. So, it's still part of the convention instead of the Dutch auction or whatever. And I don't typically bring up our convention on this, but I just want to let you know it breaks my heart to have to give this game away because it's so much fun. I really enjoyed it. And I mean, I'll jump the gun right here and just say out of my Board Game Geek rating, it's a 10 out of 10. Like, if you wanted to play, I'd play it with you. No big deal. One thing I do need to mention, though, is that these colors are different, but you may not be able to see that on the camera. It is imperceptible.
Those
this
red
orange
and orange.
that is not accessible, which is a real trouble. I mean,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I didn't see that. I couldn't see that when I was trying to cover these things.
We've talked, because it's got a scheme of colors, like a 70s theme, which it's cool, mod, whatever, but I do wish they could have picked a different color besides red and orange. That are so close.
What's your Board Game Geek rating?
9.
Okay.
Every time we get to multiple to 500 subscribers, we give away a free glitter painting of your favorite geeky thing. So make sure to subscribe now.
It could be you that wins.
Mod X. We've presented the evidence.
You be the judge.